running game. Is it a concern now? Last week it wasn't.
Yeah, it is, because as there becomes increased emphasis placed on it, eventually you'd like to see the result, either statistically or even signs of it that says we're making progress that way. I haven't seen enough yet to say that we're making progress in relation to the emphasis, and that's got to keep going.
What can change in practice this week to make that progress?
I think the design has to be looked at first and foremost. What runs are we doing? And then the second thing is with whom are we doing them with? And then in what situations? So that's got to become more clear, and then that's got to fit into the offensive plan as to when those plays are called and in relation to throwing the ball. So really, we haven't seen yet what the run game should look like in relation to our offense, and that's going to have to happen soon.
Coach, you had 2 turnovers and you already trailed before the defense even took the field on Saturday. Do they have a good reason to be frustrated with the offense?
You know, the greatest thing that's happening right now, and I had the defense around me on one knee on a couple of occasions, and they're fiercely competitive. They have a lot of resolve, and handled a lot of sudden change situations very, very well. I had 0 complaints with how they played, other than the long run they gave up in the fourth quarter with the poor run fit, and at the time they gave it up. But I think they'll continue to play very well for a long time, and they are supportive of the team, the entire team, and there's no place for anything other than support for their teammates.
Coach, you talked about being independent and how you had to have almost a perfect run these next 3 years. How much can a loss like that set this team back if you don't respond strongly?
Oh, I think the second part of what you mentioned is the critical part. If we don't respond, it certainly could set us back. If we are able to respond and finish with a strong season, and so let's say that you win. Is 7 games, is that a strong enough season? Is 8 games a strong enough season? Is 9 games a strong enough season? Or is 10? Certainly the number as it goes up increases your chances. And so that really, in the broader perspective, is something that I have to acknowledge right now, and then put all the rest of my time into helping us prepare at a high level as possible for Central Florida. And the more wins we can get, the better in year 1 of independence, and hopefully that can continue. But as we already can see, it won't be easy.
Bronco, does a loss like the deficit that happened on Saturday, is it worse because it was on ESPN with that new partnership with them?
I bet it is, because more people saw it, and it wasn't really indicative of, I think, that the 2 teams in playing at their highest level. Take nothing away from Utah. They played a very good game. We were mistake-laden and had a lot of miscues, but a lot of people saw that, and that might have damaged our credibility. That takes time then to rebuild.
After 3 games, it seems like in each of the games, the team as a whole has put together one half where they've played pretty well and another half where they've kind of underachieved. Yeah. How do you overcome that type of 2-quarter on, 2-quarter off?
It's a great question. It just shows, quite frankly, that our preparation hasn't reached the level to equal consistency yet for 4 quarters. And so as we continue to coach even harder with more diligence and even adding more volume, and trying to make sure that then can translate over longer periods of time in the game, it'll show how much harder we can push to make it happen without then not having them fresh to play the game. That's kind of the delicate balance.